Hi, Kat Chancellor here with Stamp Art Connection and StampArtConnection.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator, and I'm going to tell you right away, you're going to have to excuse my nails. I'm growing them out, my bare nails, so they are not the best looking, but by doing this, it's just a little bit of nail health that I have to practice right now. So please forgive my nails. I feel very self-conscious about it, but know that I'm just taking care of my nail health, and it's just going to take a little bit of time. So let me go ahead and get started with this project that I wanted to feature today. I have a number of friends that have had recent surgeries or have had a bout of illness, and I was inspired to create a get well card, and I wanted to do something using the hot air balloon set simply because I loved this note here, just a note to lift you up. And I am using a easel card example here to build this card. Now this may look familiar, and if it does, that's because I use the same easel card format for my Layers of Beauty decorative masks. And if you bought this PDF, the 5.5 by 5.5 standing easel card directions came with that PDF. So I wanted to use that same template and come up with this card here. I'm also using this paper pack, which is lighter than air. If you were lucky to get this, then you have this in your craft room. But I came up with another idea that I'm going to share with you, and which is going to be what my project's all about. I happen to have some extra paper pumpkin cards here from the All the Best. It was a December set, and I just love this pattern with the sky and the flowers, and I'm going to use this pattern to create my card for this project. I believe that this refill kit is available on my online store with Stampin' Up if you are a subscriber to Paper Pumpkin. So Paper Pumpkin not only gives you some neat projects to do, but it also can give you some really neat products that you can use in other projects. So for this particular card, you're going to need some window sheets or acetate. I'm using the colors Balmy Blue and Pretty in Pink. I've also have some glimmer paper. You can see I've got some glimmer paper, and I also have some of that holographic specialty paper that I just kind of went through my craft room looking for things. Now, for all of these products will be listed on my PDF. They are current and retired products. As you know, I want to use products that may be in your craft room, even if they may be retired, because I've gotten notes from you asking for projects that not only use current products but also use some past and retired products as well. This project will also feature these Spotlight on Nature dies, and I'm using this. It comes in lots of sizes, and it comes with different designs around the edge, and I'm using this plain one here, which is the largest of the two for cutting out my acetate. Now, some of the other stamp sets I'll be featuring on my blog are Celebrating You. I use this Lots of Love, Inspired Thoughts, Sending Healing Thoughts Your Way, and of course here's Sending Healing Hugs, which is the one that I featured here. And I'm using the dies from Playing in the Rain, which are these really nice little cloud dies for cutting out my clouds. Now there is a retired cloud punch which is not available anywhere but eBay, but I would encourage you to also look at some of the current products, such as Take to the Sky set, which also has some neat papers that are worthy considering. The Adventurous Sky dies also has a cloud die in it if you're looking for some dies. Even though I may list it on my PDF, the the cloud punch is retired. Now for the dies, I'm predominantly using the cloud dies here, as well as your outline dies, your framelit dies, but I will tell you that I just chose to fussy cut it because they're just really very simple shapes. You will need these dies because this is kind of the basket rigging, and I cut those out with basic black cardstock. So I think I kind of covered some of the main products. Again, everything will be available on the PDF. Some things that you may have in your craft room, as well as this extra card stock that I had from Paper Pumpkin that I just kind of wanted to show you how to use it. So let's go ahead and get started. So I'm just going to run through all the steps, and I'm pulling out my instructions for my 5.5 by 5 easel card, and I'm going to basically just kind of run through how you construct that. All the directions and dimensions are included on that PDF. I just pulled in my blocks with all the different stamps and some colors. For this card, I'm using Crushed Curry and Pretty in Pink for my two coordinating colors, but I also added some Balmy Blue in there and also some Old Olive. I was just trying to get a sense of what combination would look best, as I assembled the card. Now you will see that the top of my head was really going to bob in and out of the frame of the camera. That is because I really have to ensure that I am right on top of my photopolymer stamps so I can ensure aligning as I'm stamping the different colors. I really just prefer cutting these out with my snips because I can really get close to the edge, which is important as I pop these up on acetate, and I can also kind of make sure I get kind of those nice seams around the top of the balloon. Okay, so I have cut all the pieces and parts to include the layers with the DSP and balloons that I stamped using the colors that were part of the DSP. And then I've got my clouds, and I used both the glitter paper and then some iridescent paper. And then I've cut this out of acetate. So this is going to be what we're going to pop our balloons up on. But the first thing we're going to have to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to glue our layers onto our base card. Now, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to glue this layer on because I want to use this panel here. I'm not going to glue that on yet because this panel is going to anchor our window sheet. Need a little bit of, now this goes with that side, so I'm just trying to match these up. Now, we're going to put the acetate, we're going to line that up to the top, and we're going to center it to the sides. Now, because this is acetate, it's going to be difficult to glue, so what we have to use is a piece of tear tape. And this is the top, this is the bottom. So I'm just going to lay that there, kind of have that centered right to the top, and then I'm just going to put a piece of tear tape right at that seam right there. I'll just put another piece and turn it around, kind of line that up like that. I'll just go ahead and take this off. And I'm going to line that up right there, which goes to the top of the seam. And it's even on both sides. So you can see how that kind of pops up. Now that we've done that, then I'm going to take this piece and I'm going to put a piece of tear tape right on the top of this so it can adhere to that acetate. And then I'm going to add my glue kind of on the bottom. And then that is going to cover that seam, and there we go. And we have our front. Now we'll go ahead, and this piece here is my 3x3 piece. I can go ahead and adhere this. I can adhere it using my Cosmic Shimmer. No, actually, I'm not going to do that yet. Okay, so that is going to be our top. So what I want to do is I want to put a cloud here, and then I'm going to bump up a cloud right there. Now, there are dies. You can see these dies right here, but you know, I don't mind fussy cutting, so I'm just I actually, when I get into this, I just think it's faster if I just do it this way. Isn't that pretty? Yeah, so I think that's a much better combination. I'll save that one for another card. And then we're going to put a cloud over here, a cloud over here. Actually, I don't think I'm going to put a cloud there. I think I just kind of like it like this. We'll just kind of let that. I mean, if I were going to do a cloud, I would put that would look much better. Okay, so let's take these off. This one we're going to use again because we're using the acetate. We're going to have to use some tear tape. So I'm going to here's some tear tape here. Okay, so now we're going to grab this balloon. We're going to put that balloon there. Put this balloon here. So now I need some dimensionals. And then this one's going to have the dimensionals along here. We're going to use the large dimensionals. And a mini dimensional for the basket. And that's how that's going to go, like that. And there we go. Now, grab my snips here. Okay, so what I want to do for this is I want to grab my piece of cardstock here, and I'm going to grab my stamp set, and we're going to stamp. What I want to do is we're going to put those right there. That's going to go right there, and then I'm going to say need some black. This came from this stamp set here, was the Sending Hugs, and that's going to go there, and that kind of goes like that. Now I've got some hearts. Now I think that's what I'm going to put here. And there you go. There's our card. So using some extra paper from my paper pumpkin, I went ahead and put together this card, and my colors are Crushed Curry, and I believe they're Pretty in Pink. And I just think that's really just gorgeous. You can see how pretty that turned out. Well, there you have it. Our project made with the extra DSP from my paper pumpkin kit. I'm utilizing Crushed Curry, and I believe that this is Pretty in Pink with Crushed Curry, and I think it really goes together nicely with the little hearts to kind of, and these kind of nicely hold our little easel card together. I will tell you that it's a good idea to add another piece of cardstock to the back, because it will just give your card a little bit more of a good base for your recipient. Here's another card that I made. I'm using the DSP here from the Lighter Than Air. Again, this is retired, but if you took advantage of the products when they were available during the celebrations and the mini catalog, you can see that it really came out nicely. Here I used, I believe I used Balmy Blue. I used Balmy Blue, and I either used Pretty in Pink, or I also have Bubble Bath. Again, I'll have all these on my PDF. Now, I did not, here this is simply the iridescent, but another option is to use simply the silver, and then I use the clouds using some white glimmer paper. The white glimmer paper came out during Christmas, and I think it came out in both the red and white. And then you lift this up, and I just used some blue embellishments here and just sent lots of love. I just think this is really cute. Now, I didn't put a sentiment on the front of this card simply because I didn't want to cover up that pretty pattern there, but here I went ahead and I added it using the cloud from my cloud punch. And this one was my first one, and I simply took just a note to lift you up, and it's this sentiment here, but using one of my Stampin' Up markers, I just kind of stamped the first line and then stamped the second line. And there's a technique that I've used several times on how to do that if you want to look it up on my videos. And then inside again, I just kind of added that wonderful little sentiment there. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. If it has been of value, please hit like, share, and leave a comment. All products are available on my online store. There'll be a link below. You can go to my blog for project details as well as how to get my project PDF. If you're looking for a demo, please consider joining my team. You will get all my project PDFs for free. If you are a demo and like my content, please support my channel by hitting like, share, and leave a comment. This is Kat Chancellor with Stamp Art Connection and StampArtConnection.com. Happy stamping.